Let's take a look at the 4 new slim Pixelblaze cases and their mounting cradle. These cases are for protecting or mounting a Pixelblaze V3 standard. They use a sliding lid with a secure friction fit. If that's not secure enough, you can optionally use an M2 screw as well. They're thinner than the case that accepts a sensor board soldered underneath. These two versions, with the output and USB holes already cut out, are called our ready-to-run cases. They're for use with our new pre-soldered JST XH connector. Of course, you can also solder your own XH connector, or use these versions if you're soldering wires directly to your Pixelblaze. We sell a bunch of different adapters to quickly get from this white XH connector to any of the typical wiring connection schemes that you'll find on individually addressable LEDs with those common JST SM black connectors. Unlike the locking SM connectors, these XH connectors can be yanked out with some moderate force, so if you're worried about that, you might want this version with a strain relief shelf. This way, you can tension your wires with a zip tie to the shelf, and the wires can then take a little more abuse. Many of us are used to soldering a screw terminal to the top of our Pixelblaze, and then we'll strip and connect a JST SM pigtail to connect to our LEDs. If you're using a screw terminal, you'll want to use the flexible connection version. It also comes either clean or with a built-in strain relief shelf. These flexible connection versions also accept the new white JST XH connector, either soldered to the bottom or to the top. It has a variety of snap-out panels, so if you want to use the XH connector on the bottom, you snap out these little guys. If you're using the screw terminal or the XH on top, snap out this one instead. And if you want to power your LEDs from the Pixelblaze's USB connector, you can pop out this side panel. Just be sure to check your math on how many LEDs you can safely run from USB power. Since micro USB can pass through about 1.8 amps, we only recommend this for up to 120 LEDs, assuming you limit your brightness to half of maximum and you don't run all white patterns. But please do your own math on this stuff since everybody wants to optimize for something different. The new mounting cradle works with all 4 variations of these new thin cases. If you don't have a strain relief shelf already, you can snap one on. There's also a strain relief platform for using small zip ties to secure your USB power cable. The holes work well with M2.5 to M4 screws, which is about number 2 to number 6 in SAE or American threads. These oblong slots can be used for wall hanging or with a zip tie to a pole. Even when the mount is screwed down on all 4 corners, you should be able to pop a case in or out. So that's the current Pixelblaze case lineup as of spring 2024. The Fusion 360 models and 3D printer files are available on our GitHub. You can remix them for personal use, and if you want to adapt them for a product that you want to sell, that's okay too if you just send us an email at support@electromage.com.